Super Mario Galaxy 2. On this day, 10 years ago, the sequel to the greatest adventure I've ever known was released in Europe on June 11th, 2010. And now it's June 11th, 2020. I first started writing this at 7 o'clock p.m. on June 11th, and I finished it at 10:50 p.m. on June 12th. This is the story of how Mario set his flight off to the stars. One quest that would require the determination that propels him into action. Bestowed upon us is the glory and beauty of all these celestial blessings guarded by stars. Upon this path we pass, so we can defeat them in our force of exaction. Us we are, because we are in this together, as his Luma goes back into his hat. Such choices we make will affect the roadblocks that build in front of us ahead. An amazing new world of so much galaxies in this wondrous cosmic horizon, but foes we must combat. Astonishing it is that within this bliss of creation, that many are facing dread. Yet a storm is brewing in this sea of cosmic tranquility. Humbling, knowing there's always something out there you do not know that can be solved. Story of you is once again about how you embark in this tactfully, of how important it is to expect the unexpected and be involved. How this storm moves in this place, in this new world, in these star systems. This calls for your actions to be tested so you can open and reveal what you cannot see in these storms on tops of these metal monuments in this surrounding cloud sea of pandemonium. Little do you know that a bright light can shine in a dark storm because of a spark in your system. One path is not enough because this road is a commodity. Enjoyed you are because more gifts and varieties of the universal miracles is with the wheels you turn. These designs and the design of the decisions you will show as you cross these roads. Greatest treats are awaiting, especially when it's unexpected and you learn. Joys abound when your perspective changes from above to below in your pleasure in these crossroads. From the force that forces the arrows to point to where we will stand. Above our minds we will be when we decide what we will see. At once we rise above, we will also fall, and that's our destination because it's upside down and that was planned. Away you go after the gravity tells us to flee. From the paths we crossed into, something so new and interesting. His choices will give him true pleasure once he chose what interests him. Home is far away now, but the homes of new ones he is visiting. And to them we shall explore, and they will show their whim. New sands flow above the old that we must push through. Experiences told us this is what we should do. Of these monuments we gain the pleasure of meeting them and saying goodbye to them after we've done our due. What must be done will be done once we slip through this sand after we flew. He shall enlighten the sparks that inflame in his heart to defeat and defame. Did he decide where he will go next? Not yet, because he called the famished one to eat, and that now is his aim. Know that he is not always predictable because he fed him, but he needed to be full, so they decided he has to be a next. So they can feed him later after they accomplished more. He and his Luma seeked and found the flames that make the sea flow brightly. Would they not expect how cold and solid it will soon turn once they would hit the switch and freeze it down to the core? Soon they see the fires rain down and the ice fall to create a new road that is timely. Learn from the past that will soon come to mind to them, to skate tight as they strike the squishy king in his supposed might. How the stars shine in the darkness of a head that we cannot see. The pathways are getting bleaker in this unknown night. Light shines afar, but where shall we go to be free? Gets the keys to this unknown place in this vast kingdom of space. Brighter the planets grow as he finds his way past the darkness, avoiding those souls that observe. After the trials and puzzles he will face, what tells us in words is by his actions that he will get what he deserves. He looks behind and sees what he must accomplishes his goals, he will continue to inspire us. He may delay or wait, but he will always accomplish his will. So just wait, for he is just. Will he feed the famished one and rescue the distressed one? Let us discuss. Gain the prize you will have if you keep enduring and persevering. Even if he hit his head and bruised another's in this metal galactic shipyard, and you've chosen the wrong decision. More dives you can make to successfully glide him through the right goal and be revered. If he can make it past the variety and abundance of tribulations, and that was your vision, he can truly cross and be confident that his destiny will soon be accomplished. Keeps going and solving the troubles of others, fighting for the ones he loves and does not know, to be free from the disgraceful king and his son, a capable rapscallion, so this he must demolish. So he sees what this boy has abandoned, and makes use of the bullets to break the glass blocking his way, put there by another. That he will shoot to each planetoid in the darkness of the skies, and the heat from the fiery burning object behind what he must finish. He faces the taunts of this dark hair to even darker ones behind the fires of acrimony. Acrimony reveals the weakness of the seals that protect his pretension that we break to diminish. The child who will reap what he sows from the horrible deeds he committed alongside his heinous father's partiality. Beast's time will be up because we retrieve what he took to reveal where to look, to defeat his wicked empire of horrendous actions that conquered beauty. Main center it reveals past the bright portal as the stars showed our final ways. Where is going to be revealed as long as we keep struggling and fighting for what was taken. And that's our duty. So let our so sorry. So let our heart burn brightly, just as the seas the monsters bathe in all their days. He avoids them in his trust above of where it will take him, out of the mouth of fiery death. Can he spin and swing his way to the top and avoid what burns and what he receives? Will he get what he deserves? Stop and take a breather, because your life is still living, and you are back on the peaceful grounds of soothing elegance. But take to the traps you must learn to climb through past your last breath. His own body must swift and weave, so he must not be taken and leave a gruesome mark, but rather a peaceful remembrance, so that his work is preserved. Works based on How he uses the strength he was given to seek the prize that was taken. For past these old traps, above engravings, he keeps climbing to seek that treasure that he swings to. Wicked ones seek his life, but those he loves, he seeks to save their lives and awaken. Atrocious deeds the monster has committed, but he still remembers the past because he took something and made it new. Avariciousness he caused in the past because Mario remembers the fortress he jumped into. Then he avoided the obstacles the same way of old, but with moves of new, as he shoved off on his way to the top of this nostalgic fortress. He will meet what he seen again, but he will feel something new. Can he defeat that king, the same one, but on a different place, but in the same place? For just as it was done unto. Rescue these ones your heart always said, but to see the past just brings a different meaning to those words. And after we save more, we soon will be there in a few. The starship will sail and face the battles ahead, and it will ensue. Universe is going to be taken. If we don't fight, we will not gain something past this belt. And the foes that seek to be glorified will be shamed because what they did was a shame. But the righteous that suffers will be in the fame. Show that you are the one that deserves to win because the love you felt. That the stars that shine your way to the final gate beyond the flames. He sits on his throne after everything he conquered and captured and laughs at you because he believes something different from you, and that is that he would win. Is the hero going to break the seals to the door that opens to reveal this vile beast? Truly the one that is correct, that will be shown, but only proven by all the deeds of all of this, and what will cease. The one that is true in word and deed will fight and win and enjoy the feast. Hero he is as he soars the captured cosmos until he rushes through the fiery gates to reach his final goal past his home as far as the west meets the east. Of the waves of goodbye his glorious friend waves goodbye after what they passed through until the gates he unleashed. The seals he breaks, the seals he breaks by his strikes. He opens the doors and fades into the darkness past the door. Stars will shine ahead after you've taken the steps to your final shore. Above you will surely strike his head after you've bruised your heel, after he striked the floor. With true dedicated conviction, you will win because all you know is true and not what's war. His stars shall shine after all that he's accomplished, as his special one flies with his goal within her hands. They will touch and soon will be moved to celebrate because it's all over. Thank you, Mario, for your quest is over. Or is it? We will see.
Mario Galaxy! Woohoo!